Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Be Perfectly Blended. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back. And if you're new, thanks so much for clicking on. We are still up here in the beautiful mountains. We're still going to have a lot of fun. We've got some kayaking in store, but I've also got a lot of cleaning to do as we're getting ready to head back down the mountain. But I'm going to start here by making breakfast. I'm going to go ahead and just use these Impossible sausage. And then I'm going to make some hash browns or breakfast potatoes along with some waffles. Here I'm just adding some oil to the skillet, getting it nice and hot to fry the breakfast potatoes. So there were 2 trees on this property that were dead and needed to be cut down. So this company came this morning. It was really cool to see. They did an amazing job. My grandkids loved it. So they got to watch that, and then we left during the day, and when we came back, it was all done. You wouldn't even know they were there. Anyways, back to the breakfast. I'm just using this bottled water. I add a little creamer, and I'm just mixing up the waffle mix. Now that the oil is nice and hot, I just added the potatoes. They were all kind of frozen into little clumps there. And then I just added my typical seasonings onto the potatoes, some salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic salt. Now I'm just giving the waffle iron a quick spray. It's ready to go. I really like this waffle iron, even though it's kind of heavy. It's just like the one at the hotel, so it allows you to do 2 at a time, which is super convenient. And now I'm just putting these sausages in the skillet here. I just added a smidget of butter. I did not season these. I've never done the Impossible sausages, but I must say they turned out really good. So I didn't want to add seasoning. I just kind of wanted to wait and see what the flavor was like, but they turned out really good. And then here's the waffles. They turned out yummy as well. And now I'm just moving on to the next batch of waffles. This is a view up there of one of the tree cutters. He's been climbing up and trimming the branches as he goes. And now look up there. Oh, it made my palm sweat as I was filming it. He's so high up. But anyways, back to the waffles. They, of course, turned out good. Nice and golden. Now I'm adding some butter to the skillet here. I did decide to make some scrambled eggs. So I'm just adding some milk to my eggs, and then I just season with a little bit of salt and pepper, mix it all together, and put it on the hot skillet. I do want to mention this is kind of early in the morning, so I just have my pajama tank on here, so I will be getting dressed shortly. But yeah, I was just making breakfast in my pajamas. I'm just finishing up scrambling the eggs, and then breakfast is pretty much done. I love cooking in this kitchen with the door open. It's just something about it. But anyways, here's breakfast. It turned out really good, and now we're getting ready to go into town. So this is a small town. It's not too far away. It's a little bit of a drive, a little over 30 minutes. It's a little town called Leavenworth. So we're just walking around here. It's really, really cute. All the shops and stuff, and we're finding our way to some ice cream and shaved ice. Shaved ice is my new favorite thing. So here we are kind of in the center of the town, just really enjoying it. And then after this, we'll walk back, and we are heading to the roller coaster. There is a roller coaster that you basically use your weight. Here it is. And you're in control of how fast and how slow. So I sat in this observation room with my grandkids while all my children and my daughter-in-law went on it. Lots of fun. Once we finished in town, we went back to the cabin, had a little bit of lunch. Now my son, daughter-in-law, and one of my grandsons has to leave back tonight. So we headed back to the lake. We were going to try to kayak, but as you can see, it's a little choppy, so we decided not to do that. But we really enjoyed our time here. It was beautiful, and with the wind, it wasn't as hot. Here are some eagles that were circling around. That was kind of cool. So we just enjoyed our time here. And then once we were done with that, we headed back to the cabin, and here is where the tree was cut down. And yeah, you can't even tell anyone was even here. They did a really nice job. Now it is the next morning. I'm finishing up my coffee, did breakfast, and yeah, it's our last day here. Hey guys, I just wanted to check back in. It is our last day here, and it is just myself, my daughter, my youngest, and one of my grandsons. And so I'm actually going to clean everything up. We are not leaving till later on this evening, but I want to get the cabin and everything cleaned up. Then we're going to go to the lake. Then we're going to actually go have some lunch, come back, grab what we need to grab, and then head back. So then that way when we get back into town, that traffic is basically ending, you know. So we'll get back later on tonight, but it's going to be a fun day. But first I'm going to go ahead and get this cabin all cleaned up. I'm going to start by filling up my sink with some Dawn dish soap, some warm water. I put a little splash of bleach in, and I'm going to put all these dishes that I have left over from breakfast and some utensils from last night. And I'm going to go ahead and put these in and let it soak. And while that's soaking, I'm going to go back and start wiping down the counters and just kind of getting everything wiped down and put away. It is still fairly early in the morning. My daughter just took my grandson. They went to grab some coffee. So I thought I'd take this time to really just get everything picked up that I can. Then we'll go play, and then we'll come back and I'll finish what I need to finish, and we'll be back down the mountain. It's pretty good. While the dishes are soaking there, what I need to do is sweep a lot on the floor and go ahead and do the Swiffer real quick. And then if we look out here, these are my daughter's things over to the side here that she'll pack up. Febreze on the ground. Got to pick that up. But pretty much in the living room is looking good. I'm just going to dust and do a quick vacuum. Here I'm just getting everything swept up. I absolutely love this dustpan. It's like a dustpan from way back in the day, but it actually stands up and you can sweep stuff in, and in one swoop, everything's in. Now on to mopping. I am using this Swiffer. I absolutely love this. I think I'm going to get one for my house. But anyways, I'm first using a pad that is from Clorox and kind of getting that disinfecting. And then I did go back with the Swiffer pad and go over it a little bit one more time. And now I'm on to the living room to get some dusting done. Here is where you will see me do some what I call my sporadic cleaning. It's like I will start one place. So I actually started with the vacuum, but then you see I set it down. Then I went to dusting. Then I'll come over here and I'm going to dust this end table, but somehow I moved to the hutch. And then I come back. And I tend to do this sometimes even at home. Everything gets clean, but sometimes I do it in an orderly way. And other times it's just what catches my eye, and then it all comes together. So anyways, thanks for coming along with me. It was about this time where I started getting really, really hot. I was tired, kind of over the whole cleaning, I'm pretty much done. And it was perfect timing because then my daughter came back and she brought me an iced coffee. I finished up what needed to be finished up, and then we were able to head to the lake to have a little bit of fun. So here is how everything's looking. The living room is nice. The kitchen is nice and cleaned up, and the kitchen floor, I'm just gonna let the dishes soak. We're off to the lake. So here we are. We got our kayaks. There is zero wind. This was so nice. I mean, first of all, you can see the view. It's just absolutely amazing, the surroundings. But because this is on a lake that's like in the mountains, it's so crystal clear. So you can see the bottom, you can see fish. And then there's this little island in the middle of the lake. So we went ahead and kayaked over there so that we could kind of explore and swim around. At this point, I'm hot. I threw my hair up, put my hat in the kayak. That was cute. It's beautiful. It's just a little island out here in the middle of Lake Wenatchee. You see that little hut?
Yeah.
That is too cool. Before getting back in the kayak, my son and I decided to swim. There was a lot of little swim holes over by the island. It was a lot of fun, really, really nice. Once we turned the kayaks back in, we played for about 30 minutes, and then we went back to the cabin. So now that I'm back, I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to scrub out and rinse off the dishes that were soaking from earlier. Now that the dishes are all done, I went ahead and cleaned out the sink, and I'm gonna let the dishes dry here, and otherwise the kitchen's looking really, really good. We got in the car, we drove about 40 minutes to this other town, and I picked up these mugs that I ordered, and then we went ahead and ate an early dinner. It's about 5 o'clock, and then we drove back to the cabin, and everybody got freshened up, did what they needed to do to get ready to go. And once everybody was done with the bathroom, I came in, gave it a quick wipe down, and then it was time to go. Now that the bathroom is nice and clean, and of course toilet paper restocked, it is time to go ahead and go home. It's about 6:30 p.m. I want to thank you so much for coming along with me. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one.